and Monze.
I see so many different like gurus. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can't go to Deepak Chopra anymore because I heard he was in the Epstein list.
Oh,
So,
word. It sounds like
yeah,
everybody was on that list.
man, there's a whole. You know what?
Really?
There's probably people that we work with that's on the list. So
That's what I'm saying.
like, oh, yeah,
Because of
but
the
yeah.
industries we work in, it's true.
Oh man, it's crazy, right? Because you look at it now, man. Like people feel like this hardest thing to actually get the life that you want, and I can see why. I can see
Yeah,
why.
like
Because
people want to be elite. People want to be amongst those groups and, be able to walk into places and be revered. And
that's because people want to be
I
special.
get it.
People
I
want to be
get it,
special, man.
but you know what? VAR, we know we special already. We don't
That's
need
Of
anybody's
course you got to
approval.
be special, man. You
That's
got
what
to
I'm
be
saying.
special.
We're not looking for anybody's approval.
Nah, man. Nah. Like for me, like this, right? We talked about the last episode about what you would do, but what's a good number for you, right?
Yeah.
The question for me, right? What's the biggest purchase you would make at 5 million?
At $5 million, like, to be very honest, I don't think my purchases would be super crazy. I would be
Right.
somewhat modest. Like,
Right.
I don't think I would make a purchase more than 100 grand. That would be the highest. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna, like, excluding a plot of land and a housing building cost. Like,
Right.
if you're buying real estate, of course you could spend like $1 million or $800,000 or $500,000, but that's actually an investment, so you're not really spending.
Right.
But a separate from land and housing investment,
Right.
so it's not spending. I don't think I'd spend more than 100 grand on an actual purchase.
No, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like I don't like
What costs more than 100 grand?
I don't know. I don't. But you know what's funny? Because we're not there yet.
I know when you get the 5 million, now you're like, oh, this is only like it's only 3.6. It's only 3.6 million. I could buy it and still
You
have
know what's
change
funny?
left over.
Watch somebody listen to this episode and be like, "Oh, these motherfuckers don't know." Hey,
Yeah,
well,
they
let's
don't
solve this
know.
problem. There you are, motherfuckers. $20 million. Why are you buying now? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know.
I kid you not. I always thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? I would probably buy about 100 acres of land
Yeah,
and then buy a bunch of tiny houses.
and put them on the 100 acres of land.
Whoa! I got my own subdivision.
That's what I'm saying. So now your 5 million it turns to 50 million within
What?
a year.
I call that bitch Tiny
Now you're
Town.
talking.
Yeah,
Now
that's
you're
what that's
talking.
God, what you talking about, man? We over here. It's like, look, and we have man, I'll be over there. And these are luxury tiny houses. You
Yes,
can
and
rent
then
them for 5 days. No
that's
parties, please.
and you do market research. You find out, you study the analytics and the metrics. Okay, this city is it's close to this city proximity. It's a rural
Yeah.
area of this city, so it's growing over the next 3 to 5 years. People are slowly moving out this way, and
Yep.
they need housing. So if you have that housing and you buy that land and you develop it, you know. So actually, I think a good investment would become a property developer,
Oh,
because
dude.
a lot of times the property developer doesn't have the money for the supplies to start building the subdivision.
No.
But if you could be that guy that fronts it and still owns a high percentage of it after the fact,
That's it. I would even go to the developer of the tiny homes.
yeah,
But let's partner up. I'm gonna get this land over here. We're gonna run we're not gonna do septic, we're gonna run city water.
yeah.
Right? We'll get solar lighting for the neighborhood.
Now you're talking.
You see, now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, like, there's somebody who's gonna listen to this. And if you take this idea, we know we did it, and we're gonna come find you. All right.
But ideally, you do need the $5 million capital to
Yeah.
start.
That's like, to me, I think that'd be the biggest thing. Like, just getting that land and then building up on that. and then creating life to where, like, even if you, okay, let's say you don't rent it out to anybody,
Hmm.
right? Could you imagine what it's like when your family comes to visit you, right?
They
And
got
they live
somewhere to
right,
stay.
they have somewhere to stay, right?
Yeah.
And it's not a huge house. It's a tiny house, but it's a
Hmm.
luxurious tiny house,
Exactly.
right? Like, yo, cuz, oh, you coming down? Yeah, wait. So where you staying? Man, I was gonna get 2 weeks over here at the hotel over here. Ah, come. The lights are on.
Exactly. And see,
You
now
know?
you can even delve deeper. Okay, say you have this $5 million.
Right,
You're not even gonna invest the $5 million. You just have that to back your idea.
right,
So you
right.
team up. You team up with a developer. You team up with a property management team that does maintenance. You see what I'm saying? So now
Yeah.
everybody has business out of this. So you're an investor, you make money off of that. You have property management, they're maintaining it, for keeping it up to date in terms of facilities. And then you
Uh-huh.
have the developer that's building these homes.
Yeah.
Now everybody's
Right.
making money.
You once you get that to that place, man, like you're generating an ecosystem,
Yes. Now
right?
you're
So
talking.
so that's what I'm thinking to myself, like, man, that probably be my first major purchase, right?
Yeah.
Like, let me just go ahead
But
and get like
be careful. That's not really a purchase, Lavar. That's an investment.
it's
See, a lot of. I'm not saying you specifically, but people think because you front a lot of money, you're spending a lot of money.
it's
That's
true.
not spending.
No,
You're fronting the money to make more money. So that's not spending money. That's
no,
investing money.
no, that's absolutely true. I
Spending
think that's what
money is like when you spend something like on a material object that
right.
depreciates, that can't bring you back any more money, like a luxury vehicle
Or your
or
first house,
clothing, something to that
right?
extent. Yeah, yes, the
Because
house that you live in.
your first house is never, and I learned that it's because you real that's why it's like, your first major purchase.
Hmm.
You could buy a house, but
Yes,
it's like it. I would rather pay off the house, build something, build on that, because okay, first thing you do, right? Big money, you change your lifestyle. I think that's the biggest mistake people make right there.
they change your lifestyle as soon as they come into some real funds.
Some real, like, you change your lifestyle. All of a sudden now, you didn't focus on building the sustainability of that lifestyle. You didn't build the foundation. So no matter what
Hmm.
it is you're doing, you're all over the place, right? So now you spend the first couple of years of your life, of your newfound life, spending
Trying to
money,
make Yes, trying to maintain that, and
right?
that's where I think you hit it right on the head when you said, okay, my first major investment would be developing property, creating an ecosystem that keeps money coming flowing back to me.
No, my first major purchase is gonna be the land. Then
Is the
the ecosystem
land.
after that.
Then
Yes.
the
The
so
ecosystem, yes.
so
Right.
essentially your 5 million will turn to 20 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million
Right.
fast over the
Because
like
you can,
over the
man,
next 5 years from that
you can
date.
turn around. You can, depending on the location you're at, you can Airbnb some of those,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can say, you know what, I'm gonna sell it, you know. Oh, why is there real estate in Orlando for $150,000 and it's single
Yeah,
family homes? No, no, it's
that would
single
sell
startup
like
homes.
lightning.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That would sell like lightning.
Bro, I would target all the Xennials and Millennials.
Yes, the people who have been X'd out the market, because
Yeah.
there's the whole Gen Z and up, they can't afford homes
They
right
can't
now,
afford homes. They
and
can't
they can
afford homes right
barely
now.
get jobs. They can
Right?
barely
How do
get
you
high paying jobs.
like look, you're coming from a world where you you were being told to manifest a lifestyle of $150,000, right?
Hmm.
Now you say, you know what, I gotta see a lifestyle of $1,000,000, right?
If wow,
You, if you some for some people, if you've never seen it, you don't know what it looks like,
it's
you
true,
know?
and I think with the technology age, it's
Right.
highly possible because now you
Right.
have artificial intelligence and you have all these AI assistants helping you.
Right.
So I do think overall in the future, people are going to be making more money, but
Right.
not everybody. Like I think the few.
I think it's
It's
good.
still.
I don't know what's going on. I feel like, you know, people are still fighting it,
Hmm.
right? I don't know. I don't know where everyone stands on it because I see a lot of people who don't like it and a lot of people who do like it,
Hmm.
right? But I could tell you from experience right now, there's times where we're trying to put things together and we can't get everywhere at once, right? So I could take a day and automate everything, right? Send it
Yeah.
out there and make it happen,
Hmm.
versus having to sit here, you got to do it piece by piece. Okay. All right. Uh, yeah.
So there is still a bit of there's glitches on the way of
Of course,
fine
man.
tuning using automation.
Look, man. You ever seen a keynote from like Microsoft, right?
Like
And all of a sudden,
keynote lecture.
yeah, and all of a sudden the Xbox gets the blue screen of death, right?
No, I haven't seen that.
I've seen that. It's out there. It's crazy, right? The Xbox gets the blue screen of death, all right?
Hmm.
And then, all right, here's the funny part about it is Xbox still out there on the market.
Yeah,
They
it's
didn't they
one of
didn't
the number
die.
one selling things. It's
Yeah,
one of the number one selling, and
right.
and now that it they kind of merged, like Sony and Microsoft, like all the games and all the systems, they've kind of merged, right?
They still have their own separate systems, but you can do multi-platform. So you
Yeah,
can have your game on your PlayStation and play against somebody who's playing on the Xbox, and then play against somebody
exactly.
who's on a computer. Like that's what Fortnite
Hmm.
is. Right? Fortnite,
It's transferable
yeah, I
between.
I could play Fortnite on my Switch, right? And then somebody's playing it on their PlayStation, and somebody's playing it
Hmm.
on their phone, and somebody's playing
Hmm.
it on a computer, right? And it's all over the place,
So
you
it's
know?
universal, and I think that is makes the game selling even bigger because it doesn't restrict the user.
Right. That's the
Hmm.
biggest thing, right? So now you're opening that door up, but like I said, at the same time, it's just becoming one of those things where you are becoming more accessible to people.
Yeah. So
You know?
and that's a trend that I've seen. You could say in the last say 12 months, like from
Mhm.
2025 to 2026. The more you are adaptable between more mediums
Mhm.
and more relatable
Right.
between more generations,
Right.
is the more open you are to bigger possibilities.
Right. Because you're solving a need for everyone, right?
Yes.
Your reachability is different,
and and
you know?
and I noticed that with us, like with our podcast. Yes, we coin ourselves as Generation Xers, but we do our best to relate to millennials,
Right.
to generation alphas, betas, and is it Xennials?
Those Xennials are
Generation
like
Z and
the Z.
millennial.
No, the Xennials are between are the X and the millennials.
Millennials. So there's
Yes.
X, Xennials,
Right.
millennials.
Like a Xennial is like a merger between the X and the millennials.
Yes, it's like a transition period.
Yeah.
So essentially, we're making ourselves relatable to all,
Right.
which is
That's the biggest thing.
yeah, that's
Well,
that's the greatest thing
that's
you
the
could do.
marketability. That's one of the things where you kind of have to set yourself apart from everything, and that's
Hmm.
where the AI model comes in with a lot of the stuff because people are utilizing it to take it to a different level.
Hmm.
I think once people start to say, like, well, they'll be like, oh, it's destroying the planet. Well, probably in the first iteration,
Hmm.
you know, and I can't say that things need to destroy anything, right? But it's gonna be one of those situations going forward. Like, I don't know. anything about what they're doing when it comes to a lot of this stuff. All right. I just know that the world is crying for something different.
Yes, and so we're going through
Right.
this. It's kind of like a shaky period
Right.
because you notice it like from on an international scale to a
Right.
national scale to from an Eastern world to a Western world, from fourth world countries to emerging markets. Like everything is amalgamating. Like so,
Right.
things that happen in Asia affects things that happen in America,
Of course. We learned
and
that during
things that
COVID.
that's what I'm saying. So we're more of a melting pot. It used to be America was a melting pot, but at this point right now, the
It's a
world is
it's
a
a it's
melting
a
pot.
global society.
Yes,
It's a
one
global
hundred
society
percent.
right now. So
Mm-hmm.
if everyone is moving, like people don't realize we're moving at the speed of thought right now.
Mm-hmm. Speed of thought, and
You
that is a
know,
great analogy because it used to be the speed of sound, the
right?
speed of
No,
light,
this is the speed of thought right now. All
and
right.
your
So
thought. You could be multitasking two, three, four, five, 10 different thoughts in
right.
30 seconds.
We're at a point now where it's the world is changing,
Yes.
right? And it's not asking anyone's permission. It's
Nope.
just gonna do
No
it,
permission needed.
right? So when people are saying that, like, oh, we need to stop this, there's your problem. First and foremost, you're trying to stop something,
Hmm.
right? Anyone would tell you the more you try to stop something, the more of it you're gonna get,
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of like photosynthesis. It's like when a plant is developing, you can't stop a
Right,
plant from growing. It's gonna
right.
grow. It,
But
it doesn't matter what the environment is.
it's about what we talked about first about manifestation, right? Universal law is not going to hear I don't want this to happen. It's going to hear this is happening. Let this
Yes.
happen. I don't want AI to. Also, you want a? It's like trying to stop. What's it called?
Yes.
It's like trying to stop teenagers from having sex. Right in
Yes.
high school, you
You
could
could give
you, you
contraception. You
just
could give all
everything.
these.
Right?
You
They
could
still
say,
do
"Oh,
it.
this will." Yeah, no matter what, it's gonna happen.
Right? Pregnancy's still high for them.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so you know what?
Sure.
Let's not focus on show them other options,
Yes.
right? So you know what? If you don't like, if you don't want, if you want to stop AI, what other option do you have, right? Outside of just paying people more,
And the thing is, corporations and businesses do not want to pay people more, so they are going to employ the artificial intelligence.
of
And
course.
to be very honest, automation and artificial intelligence, if you actually learn this stuff, it's very useful and it's very helpful for you.
But that's the thing. That's what people have to start to figure out, right? I'm not here to tell you to go and oh, you know what, do this. What solution do you have?
It's almost like way back in the day, people used to go into the bank with a checkbook or a
Right?
bank book, and they would cash a check and they would get a certain amount of money and they would pay their bills. You'd bring
Right.
your invoice into the bank and you'd pay your bills. But that's now obsolete.
People, man,
You go into banks, you have automated tellers. And then to speed that up, you have an app on your phone that transfers money. And now like with things like Zelle and Interac and online transfers, money is flowing faster.
dude, you can actually like I've seen people still come into places and they'll have a whole conversation with somebody, rack up a
Hmm.
bill of about, maybe four or $5,000, and then, all right, cool. So let's go ahead and square everything away and pull out their checkbook.
Wow.
What you doing?
People still operate on that.
What you
That's
doing?
crazy.
We don't
We
take
don't
those
take
no
no
more.
checks.
Like,
Wow.
you don't take check anymore? No. Since when? It's 2016. Like, oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen a check in a long time. Everything has
Yeah.
been automated for quite a while.
Some places still I see check like if I sold a box of cards to a place, they still use
Yeah.
checks, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so you gotta actually go in there, okay, you know what? Here's the check over here. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, right? But like you have to start to learn how to evolve,
Yes,
right?
evolution is
And I don't
key.
mean like regular checks, I don't mean like corporate checks. I mean like regular personal checks,
Wow,
you know? Like some
that's
people like
crazy.
corporate checks, company checks, people still do that because it is what it
Mhm.
is,
It's
right?
for the business.
Right.
It kind of makes sense, and say
But but
payroll
but
or whatever
that's
system.
the issue that I see with a lot of people is that you how can you say this properly? You tend to mistake logic with morality,
Yeah.
right? You shouldn't do that. Why? Because people are starving. I'm a business,
Well,
right?
look at the
If
look
I
at the
do
cell
this, I
phone.
close,
Look at
right?
the cell phone. Like to be very honest, if you do not have a smartphone in 2025, you're not you're not employable. You're not in a market where you're competing with anything because you need a smartphone to be competitive.
But that's the thing. Remember, people, I you've heard me say this time and time again. People justify themselves, their existence, by how much pain they can endure, right? So they'll sit here and be like,
It's true.
"I'm not."
And complain just to hear
Right?
themselves
Yeah.
complain about it.
You know what? You know what? This whole smartphone thing is stupid. It's stupid. These smartphones. This is why I have my flip phone. Okay, well, send me a
Wow.
text message. Well, hold on a second. A B C D E
Yeah.
X Y G. You know what? You see, and just in the moment in that moment, whatever it is you were trying to do, you lost.
Yes, and those there always going to be a set of people that don't want to evolve and stay up to the time, as they say, and they'll be lost in the sauce.
Of
You
course,
know,
man.
that it's just
Right?
natural cause and effect.
It's like what they say with I think somebody said one time about it's stupid that people have e passes. Right? I said, "Well, that's the thing about the E-Pass. You said people get the E-Pass so they can move faster through life, and as life moves faster, they're able to keep up with what's going on. But you
Hmm.
don't wanna get the E-Pass, so you have to sit there and you're mad because you have to wait."
Yeah, and you could just adapt to the system,
That's it,
but
right?
they
And
don't
it's
want
not to
to.
say you're not conforming, right? But the world is based upon people who could figure out how to maneuver through the system, right? Because
And
honestly, in this world, once you figure something out, you're already behind.
it's true. And a big point I was gonna make on that is like if you look at markets like Asia and markets like India, Southeast Asia,
Yes,
they're way advanced than Western society.
of
They're way
course.
advanced more than America and Canada. We're still yet to adapt to what they already are evolving in.
Right. You
So
know,
we're already behind.
way behind. Way behind, man. Like I say, it's just about figuring it out what you want to do,
Hmm.
right? And then utilizing that to create what you want. Because honestly, I I see everyone fighting for it, and I'm wondering what everyone's fighting for. Because me, I just want my land.
Yeah.
Right? You
Some
know, I just want my
land and some real estate and
and
some
I don't mean
multi-level
40 acres. I don't
units and
I'm not waiting on the government to give me nothing. Like,
and you
I
got to get
wanna
the river. You got to get
I
the
up
river
the
flowing
river.
through the land.
No, we're
Yeah.
gonna make the
Fresh
Nile.
water.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna build pyramids in the back. You playing,
I love it. I love
right?
it.
We
I love it.
right, we and they say, like, what is this development called? We call it Naburu.
Naboo.
Right? You know what I'm saying? It's official.
There you go,
Hold on,
people.
wait.
So
I got it on here still. I don't have it on here. Oh, there you go.
yes, air horn.
It's
Air
official.
horn. Yep.
Alright.
But yeah, in a nutshell, people out there, like the world's evolving. It never hurt anybody to stay up to the time and stay up to the new learning curve. We have so many new things developing. Like, look at all
Right.
these new cryptocurrencies. You have like different ways of payment transfers. Just the evolution of everything. So In my experience, stay up to the time and you won't be left behind.
Man, you know, I'm thinking to myself,
What's that?
I'm trying to figure out right now, like, what would it be like if $1 million?
Mm-hmm.
I saw this the other day where they had a plane that fell out of the sky in Brazil
Mm-hmm.
and had $2 million on the plane, right? And I had to be wondering to myself, like, I wonder if someone was actually praying for that to happen. It's
For the plane to fall out the sky with the
like
million
think,
dollars on
like,
it.
could you think about that like for a second, right? Like, they're sitting here, right? Like, you could be having an argument with somebody, and they're like, "Where the hell you think the money's gonna come? Just fall out of the sky?"
And then it falls out of the sky in an
It's just-
airplane.
you know,
You can't rule nothing out
It's just-
nowadays.
and all of a sudden, it's
Man.
like, boom, there's money on the floor. Where'd it come
Yeah.
from? The plane that fell out of the sky. Thank you, God. Thank
You know
you.
what? It could happen. But you know,
Man.
at some given point, like just how everything's going, like the world's moving faster, you know, every day, you know, we're always processing new thoughts, we're trying to
Right.
like innovate, you know, just stay up to the cut with everything. I
Right.
think at some point the world might crash out.
That's possible.
At
But
some given point, it might
you
just
know,
crash.
I'll be real with you, man. I look at a lot of the stuff that I see, and like, this is all a cycle.
Yeah,
This is
it's
all a
true.
cycle.
And
All right,
then
this
we'll
is
just rebuild it again.
we built it again, and then, like I said, there right now there's a theory going on that people have been like, this is not the first society that we've had. So, you
Yeah,
know,
like I think at least 5 times
right,
we've everything has been crushed and rebuilt again. There's been so many ages, right?
right. So I mean, like I said, we don't know. We'll figure it out. As it
It's
to
true.
me, it's just about like just understanding the situation. You know,
And not being afraid to like roll with the punches.
nah. I think that's a good note on that. Mm.
That's what's up.
Oh, knock it out the park.
All day, every day, power up.
Varski and Monze.